In 1908, a mysterious book titled The Kybalion was published. Its authorship was attributed to three anonymous individuals who called themselves the Three Initiates. They compiled the teachings of the ancient master Hermes Trismegistus, situated in pre-dynastic Egypt and often associated with the god Thoth. This work, wrapped in an aura of mystery and esoteric wisdom, aimed to distill the ancestral knowledge inherited from ancient civilizations into 7 comprehensible and applicable Hermetic principles. It served as a guide for those seeking to understand the fundamental laws of the universe and how to use them to consciously influence the 3 planes of existence: physical, mental, and spiritual. Throughout history, these teachings have been carefully guarded by secret societies and lodges, maintaining strict confidentiality around this sacred knowledge. Simply reading ancient texts does not always reveal their true meaning, as these teachings, and their practitioners, were persecuted in various eras. Consequently, they were written in symbolic or coded language. A clear example of this is found in most alchemical and hermetic writings. Few truly comprehend these texts, and even fewer apply them. Knowledge that is neither expressed nor practiced becomes inert, incapable of offering any real benefit. It is essential not only to study the axioms and aphorisms but also to live them. Only through practical application do these principles become a real part of us. The 7 Hermetic principles are deeply interconnected. The first and foundational principle is mentalism, from which all others arise. If we accept that the universe is a mental creation, sustained within the mind of the all, then all creation must originate from the mind. Closely tied to this is the principle of correspondence, which states, "As above, so below, as below, so above." This implies that there is a relationship between phenomena across different planes of existence. Harmony exists between the physical, mental, and spiritual realms. Yet there is a hierarchy. The subtle gives rise to the dense, and spirit shapes matter. This resonates with the principle of vibration, which teaches that everything is in constant motion. Nothing rests. It explains the distinctions between various manifestations of matter, force, mind, and even spirit, from which everything originates. The vibration of spirit is so high that it appears to be at rest, like a wheel spinning so fast that it seems still. At the other extreme are forms of matter so dense that their vibration is almost non-existent, also appearing still. Once again, as above, so below. From the infinite vibration of the all creation emerges, each vibrating at different frequencies. Lower frequencies give rise to denser matter. This supports the understanding that existence is fundamentally mental and subtle. What we perceive in the material world is a reflection of spiritual or mental vibrations. Therefore, to change our reality, we must change our thoughts, our minds, and our vibrational state. Here enters another key principle: polarity. You can alter your mental vibrations through the power of will, by intentionally focusing on your desired state. Will directs attention, and attention shifts vibration. To eliminate a negative state, apply the principle of polarity. Focus on its opposite. This is one of the most powerful Hermetic techniques. Polarity exists along a vibratory spectrum from negative to positive, where the positive is of a higher nature. A mental state and its opposite are merely 2 extremes of the same concept. Through mental transmutation, this polarity can be reversed. For example, if one feels fear, suppressing it is futile. Instead, cultivate courage, and fear will fade. If you wish to overcome ignorance, you don't erase it like a word on a chalkboard. You replace it with knowledge. Just as darkness disappears with light, a negative quality dissolves when we focus on its positive counterpart. The mind, like metals and elements, can be transmuted from one state to another, one vibration to another. Mastering polarity is essential to mastering mental transmutation, or true mental alchemy. And by mastering your mind, you gain the power to transform the world around you. This brings us to another principle: rhythm. This law is inherently linked to polarity. Where there is action, there will be reaction. Where there is rise, there will be fall. Where there is advance, there will be retreat. This rhythm manifests in all things: suns, worlds, life, nations, matter, and even mental states. Although the universe always seeks balance, we are not bound to remain stuck in negative cycles. Understanding the rhythm of the cosmos grants perspective and acceptance when the pendulum swings toward negativity. Yet as students, or masters, of Hermeticism, we have tools to shift the balance back toward the positive. One Hermetic axiom teaches, the higher planes govern the lower. Rhythm can be neutralized through polarization. By ascending to a higher mental plane, the master allows oscillations to continue on the lower plane while remaining unaffected above. In doing so, the ego's vibrations are elevated beyond the ordinary level of consciousness. It is like rising above a storm and letting it pass beneath you. Those who attain self-mastery polarize themselves at the higher pole, the I am, rather than in their ego. By denying the operation of lower rhythms, they rise above them and apply higher laws to govern the lower ones. Everyone who reaches any level of personal mastery practices this, whether they are aware of the principle or not. They refuse to be swayed by emotional tides, remain centered, and stay positively polarized. The true master gains deeper control because they consciously understand and apply these laws, achieving a steadiness and internal balance unimaginable to those tossed about by emotional fluctuations. They understand that everything in the lower planes is dual in nature, and through the mind they overcome adversity. They know that ultimately, everything is Maya, an illusion, a mental projection of the all. The universe is consciousness experiencing itself in countless forms and realities, and they know they are not merely creations of the all, they are aspects of it. Divine, a fractal of the source, eternal spirit incarnated into material existence, to evolve, to experience, and to remember. Through the principles of fractality and correspondence, they realize they also possess the power to shape their own reality through the mind. Behind the teachings of countless masters and traditions, be it Hinduism, Buddhism, Hermeticism, or even the message of Jesus of Nazareth, lies the fundamental truth: the universe is mental or spiritual in nature. If this is true, then mental transmutation is the key to altering circumstances, shifting energy, and transforming lives. The mind becomes our greatest tool for creating real change. There are two Hermetic principles still to explore. The first is the principle of cause and effect, which finds its equivalent in Hindu philosophy as karma. I've created a dedicated video discussing this principle in detail. You'll find the link in the description and above. Finally, there is the principle of gender. Often misunderstood or underestimated, this principle may hold the key to unlocking true manifestation on the physical plane, allowing us to bring forth the things we most desire or need. Understanding and applying this final principle might be the missing link in the cycle of mental and material creation. If you'd like a deep dive into this last Hermetic principle, let me know in the comments, and I'll be happy to create a video on it. Thank you so much for watching until the end. I'll see you in the next video.